All right, all right. To get a little live stream in, I let everybody marinate, do their thing. Ego doing his live stream, so I ain't gonna stay on here too long. I gotta get to sleep because I gotta go to work. But very interesting weekend for me. Um, Real good weekend for the most part. Yesterday's event was cool, and the Fresno thing was pretty cool too, except for the little side stuff that happened. But besides that, it was cool. I'm over it. I enjoyed the fights at Fresno. The top rank card, Gabriel Flores, Jose Ramirez. I just have my concerns with Ramirez. Hey, what's up? Yeah. Hey, what's up, Ronald? Nah, yeah, Ronald. I thank you, man. Hey, Ronald, man, it's y'all, man. I just want to tell y'all, man, for real, everybody, thanks for the donations and all that shit. Cause like I said, man, I strictly put that shit to traveling to those fights and shit. Hey, what's up, Marcus? That's pretty much what I do. So, like I said, everything is appreciated. But yeah, man, the top rank card was cool, man. I just have my concerns about Jose Ramirez. Man, that dude get hit a lot. He was getting countered and he was getting cracked. And usually Robert Garcia teaches his fighters better discipline. Yeah, man, I took that shit down, man. I took that shit down because I want you to understand, Marcus, a lot of these dudes, they'll try to, snitch the video down to top rank and all that type of shit. And then they'll, you know how that works. Nah, Regis, man, Regis ain't no joke, man. I was talking to him like after the fight, and we had a cool conversation. And I just asked Regis like, "What you think?" He said, "I knock both of them dudes out." He said, "I knock both of them out." Yeah, yeah. I looked at him. Yeah, I just said, you know what? Fuck it. But yeah, Regis, he a cool dude, man. His people got my information and all that type of shit. So, he says if he fights in the Bay, he said, and he said he gonna keep in touch with me. So I believe him to be a man of his word. So, like I said, Bob was cool too, the Bob father. So I mean, it was a good event in Fresno, man. So I'll be working with Top Rank. Top Rank got a card coming up in Oakland, but unfortunately I won't be there on the 28th. I'll be in Las Vegas. But I will go to the Mayweather gym and get everybody's reaction on the Manny Pacquiao Floyd Mayweather rematch, which by the way, ain't official. It's just, Floyd was just talking. He could be fucking with us. But then again, he probably not. So, but as far as last night's fight go, I don't know what fight people was watching. I thought Canelo won that fight. It was a tough fight, but I had Canelo winning the fight. To be honest with y'all, people just don't know how to score fights. I just think, power punches, depending on a jab, should always should take priority over jabs, power punches. That is, Triple G was jabbing well, and he used that to win. I say two out of the first three rounds, but then Canelo didn't make the mistake that he made in the first fight, where he let a lot of those middle rounds get away, or they was too up for grabs. You know, I felt that Triple G was backing up too much, and then I don't want to hear no more talk about this Mexican style shit because he did not fight Mexican style because he kept backing up, and Canelo kept walking him down. Now, Jose Ramirez, he fought Mexican style, where basically he just pretty much was exchanging leather with the other dude pretty much throughout the fight, and I saw him hurting that fight, but he managed to, overcome and win the fight. But nobody don't want to see no third fight. Okay, I don't want to see no third fight. No, there shouldn't be a third fight. Canelo should move on, and he should move on. Hey, what's up? Yeah, Triple G is done. Nobody, look, I'm going to be completely honest about Triple G. It's over now. He got a loss. Nobody don't care no more about him. I mean, Triple G should move on. What Triple G should do, take a long vacation, fight a tomato can, and give Daniel Jacobs a rematch. If he beat Daniel Jacobs, then okay. No, I don't, because I'm already had it with this. It's time for people to move on. They already didn't fall twice, and I don't want to see them run 3 fights back to back to back. Okay, it's time for Canelo to go his separate way, and it's time for Triple G to go his separate way. Canelo need to consider fighting Charlo. Charlo is the mandatory for one of those belts. But I already know it's going to be a lot of twists and turns and just a whole bunch of back and forth shit. Yeah, what's up? Canelo need to give Charlo his shot. How do I think Canelo would do against Charlo? I could tell you this much. Charlo ain't going to be going backwards. Charlo's strength and his power going to push Canelo back. I think it's going to be a difficult fight for Canelo. But my concern, yeah, he should fight Saunders. My concern with Charlo is, and I said this in a video, I would have my concerns about Charlo fighting Canelo in Las Vegas and him getting a fair shot. If it's a close fight and a competitive fight, well, you guys already know what's going to happen. I would like for Canelo to consider fighting Charlo in Houston. Houston has a big Mexican fan base, and it's Charlo's hometown, so it'll be split right down the middle. I would like a fight like that to be pretty much even keel as far as the crowd go. Some people gonna root for Charlo just because he's from Houston, and then Canelo gonna have a Mexican fan base. Hey, what's up? And then I just don't trust Canelo and judges because I don't want Canelo dictating the judges and how. But that's the problem. Could you get Canelo to fight out of Las Vegas? But Charlo should get his shot, because one thing that bothered me with this boxing shit is that when you got these brothers that's calling these Hispanic fighters out and they really want to fight, then all of a sudden you hear they gotta wait they turn and all this shit. Well, Charlo's turned and came, because according to sanctioning bodies, he should get his shot. And see, this is what I hate about this bullshit about mandatories and shit. People only exercise their mandatories if they feel like they can beat this dude. And a lot of these dudes ain't trying to fight the best motherfuckers out there. Charlo and Canelo would be a great fight. So why can't Charlo get his shot? And that fake ass shit Bernard Hopkins was fake too, talking about he need to fight somebody of substance. Man, come on, man. By y'all fighting Amir Khan, that whole argument is dead, man, about the Charlo need to go fight a tougher fight. Come on, man, stop this shit. And you fought Julio Cesar Chavez, man, who was pretty much a punching bag before you fought Triple G, man. Man, let's cut the shit. Yeah, they always try to pull that resume shit, and I hate when they do that with black fighters. And I'm saying that shit too. Whenever you got a brother that's trying to fight certain fighters, then all of a sudden, oh, who has he fought? Who has he fought? But then when it's the other way around, oh, we need to give dude a chance, or he duck it. I mean, you can't have it both ways, man. And I kind of get tired of that shit, man. Charlo didn't earn the shot, man. Get that dude a shot, man. You know, Triple G wouldn't give Charlo his shot, and then Triple G got praised for fighting all these dudes, like I said, that get your shoes at Foot Locker shit, fighting cashiers and shit, man. And motherfuckers that, like, you know, work for Budweiser and drive trucks and shit. He got all that praised. And like I said, yeah, they do. I get sick of that shit. Now all of a sudden, Charlo can't get his shot. But yeah, the Triple G hype train is finally over. HBO ain't even gonna think about Triple G no more. They gonna do him just like they did Sergey Kovalev. The only reason why they would consider doing a third fight if they can re-sign Canelo. And if I was Canelo, I would not guarantee and promise HBO to re-sign. Canelo need to see what's out there for him. Because if I was Showtime, I would offer Canelo a contract. So therefore, you can get that fight with Charlo. Yeah, Triple G is another Eastern European fighter. You know, you can check mark him off the list. Well, if Canelo leave, then I don't know what to tell you. HBO could be in deep shit, but HBO did it to themselves because HBO y'all could work with PBC. It's not like they forbidden from work PBC. They don't want to. HBO had this hangover from Floyd leaving them and shit, and they just keeping this shit going. So because of what happened with Floyd, which was HBO's own fault, they having this hangover where they don't want to sign good black fighters to long-term contracts. The only reason why Daniel Jacobs is still on there is because he signed his deal before before DAZN came. Daniel Jacobs got a few fights on HBO. So that's the only reason why. But HBO then passed up on a lot of fighters. HBO could work with Al Heyman, but they choose not to. This is on them. Who do I think Triple G gonna fight actually next? What, another Uber driver? And he gonna knock him out, and then they gonna say Triple G is back. But then when you bring up Charlo, they gonna, well, not so fat. Yeah, that's all he gonna do. He gonna fight it. He gonna fight another cashier at Foot Locker and shit. Well, here, okay. Let me give my honest assessment about Mayweather Pacquiao, and then I'm gonna tie it into Deontay Wilder, and then we'll go back to Canelo and Top Rank. If Floyd we all know this was gonna happen. Yeah, we already knew that Floyd and Manny Pacquiao was gonna probably fight again because, like I said, Floyd ain't forgot about Manny Pacquiao being a sore loser. So we all saw this coming. As far as December go, I don't like the idea of the fight being in December, but I got to be completely honest. I didn't heard a lot of people saying that he interfering with Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. Well, let me ask y'all something. Have there been an announcement yet? We've been waiting for fucking 3 weeks for an announcement on this fight, and you keep hearing shit in the background. Now, the last rumor that I heard is that Tyson Fury asked for a little bit more money. And Tyson Fury is sort of like holding up the fight, that he's supposed to ask for more money. And that's why they ain't made an official announcement. That Tyson Fury kind of know what's going to happen to him, so he want to be compensated, before he goes in the fight and get his ass knocked out. But that's why they haven't been no official announcement. Yeah, that's what's going on. Tyson Fury is the one holding up the fight. And he finna make me go back to ripping him to shreds because he need to cut the shit. Now, as far as Floyd goes, shit, if he saw a December date open, then shit, I would take it too. Because we didn't gave them almost a month to announce this fight, and ain't nothing happened. First you heard November, Then you hear in December. So that's on whatever going on with Shelly Finkel, Tyson Fury. So if Floyd steal a December date from them, now you can't blame that on Floyd because December was wide open. Shit, it's been 3 weeks and we ain't heard nothing yet. Like, when the fuck is they gonna announce this fight? For real. So if Floyd said, "Hey, we'll do it in December," you snooze, you lose. And I heard people making a fuck Floyd, and Floyd ain't trying to steal shit. He got a right to fight. If he want to fight Manny Pacquiao, he got a right to fight Manny Pacquiao. You got to start looking at the other people. You got to start looking at Team Wilder. You got to start looking at Team Fury. You got to look at Frank Warren. You got to look at everybody. What the fuck is going on behind the scenes? Based on, I'm just gonna tell y'all, and I hate to say this, I'm really starting to think that Tyson Fury is getting cold feet because Eddie Hearn keeps saying, "Well, I'm hearing things." I wouldn't be surprised if Eddie Hearn is trying to talk Fury out of not taking this fight. I thought it was like he was hating, but now it's starting to look like it is something going on behind the scenes. And I just think that Tyson Fury is getting cold feet. He keeps saying he in training, but like I keep saying, where's the announcement? For everybody to get on here and start saying, "Oh, Floyd trying to steal." He ain't trying to steal shit. But if you ain't made no announcement, then he got a right to say, "Hey, we'll do it in December." He don't owe Deontay Wilder nothing. The same way Deontay Wilder don't owe Floyd nothing. You don't move. You know what I'm saying? You get passed up. So he need to move. They better hurry up and announce this fight, man. Or Floyd fuck around and y'all will be seeing a press conference. They better hurry up and announce this fight, man. Real talk. They better hurry up. That's all I got to say. Everybody is waiting, man. Everybody waiting to make their reservations and all that type of shit, but there ain't been no announcement. Don't you guys find that strange that at first they was ready to announce the fight the day of the fight when Tyson Fury won? Now all of a sudden, 3 weeks later, almost going on a month, we ain't heard shit. So something ain't right. I'm not finna sit up here and lie to y'all and bullshit y'all and try to insult y'all intelligence. Something is going on behind the scenes. Well, it's starting to look that way. Look, y'all. Real talk. Let's stop this Floyd trying to steal the spotlight, man. Come on, man. It's been 3 weeks. We haven't heard nothing. I'm not finna sit up here and make this some personal Floyd is a coon bandetta shit. No, I'm telling y'all the real, man. Something ain't right. What the fuck is taking so long for them to announce this motherfucking fight? What the fuck is taking so long? Y'all already know when somebody get in the ring and they say, "Hey, the fight is official, it's going down," and then Frank Warren stops Deontay Wilder from announcing the official date. Now, I want y'all to know something. Top Rank got some kind of deal going on with Frank Warren where they gonna help distribute his overseas fights in the US. But I asked Bob Arum, was he gonna be involved in Tyson Fury Deontay Wilder? And Bob Arum said he wish he could. So okay, something not right. I'm just telling y'all the real. Y'all gotta understand. I've been talking to people. I was talking to people Friday. And people are hearing, this is the honest to God truth. People are hearing that Tyson Fury is holding up the fight because he's asked for more money. And they trying to keep this shit under wraps. Yeah, it's something going on. And then I made some phone calls. I asked Fred what he heard. I asked some other people. Now Fred gave me some information, so you know, man, and I talked to the people, man. Something ain't right, man. Something ain't right. I think Tyson Fury is having cold feet, and I think he is trying to find a way to back out of this fight. Along with Eddie Hearn probably saying, "Hey, if you back out of this fight, I guarantee you'll get Anthony Joshua next." Because Eddie Hearn knows if this fight take place, Anthony Joshua, like I said, Anthony Joshua's stock has went down a lot. The fight isn't sold out. The fight didn't sell out, and it's not going to be a sellout. So now they can't use that as a bargaining chip against Deontay Wilder. So this is why they're hoping that fight don't take place. Even though Eddie Hearn trying to play these games saying it's not a big deal, and Anthony Joshua talking his shit, and there ain't nobody paying attention to Anthony Joshua or nothing he talking about. They just trying to, for real. But this is what I've been hearing. It's been 3 weeks, y'all. It's been, I want y'all to understand this. It's been 3 fucking weeks and yet no announcement. Whether we like it or not, Triple G Canelo was announced after Canelo had defeated Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Yeah. The fight was announced and it happened. But Deontay Wilder, he get in the ring to announce the fight date, and then you hear Frank Warren say, I'm just telling y'all what's going on, and people need to put this shit out there. People need to tell y'all the truth of shit. Tyson Fury is having cold feet. Well, I'm just telling you, Dream Cookie, the man, Tyson Fury, this is what I'm telling you guys. And this is what I'm saying. I hear people like making a little fake ass sneak diss videos about the shit with Terrence Crawford. Like I said, motherfuckers that don't even go to fights and shit. Like I said, if you ain't going to these fights and talking to these promoters and talking to these managers and talking to these trainers and shit, because they have the information, motherfuckers need to shut the fuck up. Like I said, I was there working. I was talking to people. And that's what when you go to these boxing events, you got to try to talk to people. You got to make connections. You got to try to introduce yourself, put your name out there. Man, from what I heard, Eddie Hearn don't even really have no bread. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about that. I'm gonna talk about that in a minute because I'm gonna talk about the Bud thing, what happened, and I'm gonna tell y'all the honest to God truth. Like I told you, it wasn't no Bud bashing thing. So, but I'll get to that later. But for real, I want y'all to understand something. I want y'all to hear the real though. I'm trying to tell everybody. Yeah, I'm trying to tell y'all the real with Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. Don't make no hotel reservations for Las Vegas until you see them two dudes sitting at a table and this fight is official. Because I almost made reservations and I would have been mad as fuck. Look, if they found a way to get Anthony Joshua $50 million, I'm pretty sure they can get whatever Tyson Fury want. We all know Tyson Fury ain't gonna get no we all know Tyson Fury ain't getting no $50 million. But from what I heard, the numbers, there was some good numbers out there. From what I heard, that both of these dudes was gonna make upwards of anywhere from 15 to 20 million dollars. So I don't know how much more money Tyson Fury want. I mean, for what the number, from what we was told, they could make possibly 20 million a piece for the, right now. I mean, how much more money does Tyson Fury want? But yeah, that's what's going on. If this fight don't happen, it's gonna be because of Tyson Fury, and a lot of people is getting in his head and shit. I know he talks a good game. He sounds great on YouTube. He sounds great on his social media accounts, but Tyson Fury might not truly in his heart believe he could beat Deontay Wilder. And he get nervous. But here's the thing. We'll have more respect for Tyson Fury if he go in there and go through with this fight rather than fake an injury or say some shit like the money wasn't right and all that type of shit, because the money is right. But Tyson Fury is, from what I heard, is the culprit why this fight has yet to be announced. Wilder is not doing anything wrong. And it always appears when it comes to Wilder and people getting their ass in the ring with him, it's always a technicality with somebody. But yet you get these dudes that say Wilder ain't shit and he a bum and he ain't fought nothing but bums, but then you can't get the bums or the so-called contenders to get in the ring with him. Okay? If you got a dude that's trying to fight everybody and their mama, but then everybody and their mom won't sign a fucking contract and get in the ring with him, then what are you supposed to do? There were people, unlike Triple G, there was people that was willing to get in the ring with him. He didn't want to get in the ring with them. Hey, what's up, Dinar? Dude better, like, man, for real. I'm just telling you right now, man. I'm just gonna tell y'all real talk. If yeah, probably could. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. If there ain't no announcement by next Friday, which keep in mind it was supposed to be an announcement on Friday. Once again, they keep telling us. Well, The Rock, that's supposed to be on its way. I'll keep you posted. I'm working on that. I'm working on that. I'm telling y'all right now, if there ain't no announcement by next Friday concerning Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, I think you guys and I think we all should be really concerned. I mean, when I say we should be really concerned, because we should be concerned, because obviously November is out. Okay, so it's pretty much December or nothing, or 2019. If we don't hear an announcement, because keep in mind the average boxer want an 8-week camp, with training, sparring, and preparation, 1 week of preparation before the fight. And if it was going to happen in November, they would already announce the fight by now. So obviously this fight is not taking place in November. Now, like I said, if there isn't an announcement by next Friday, this coming Friday, we all need to be concerned and we should just move on until we hear otherwise, because that'll prove to you and pretty much everybody that's listening that this fight is more than likely not going to happen in 2018. And I will be, when I say be greatly disappointed, I will. So, for real. Well, this is this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. It's fight week for AJ. If there is an announcement, like I said, this coming Friday, we should be concerned. When I say we should be concerned, we should be concerned like, uh-oh. I just think Amir Khan is done. If you didn't see his last fight, I think Amir Khan is done. I just think we all should not even take Amir Khan serious anymore. Yeah, but listen to Rock. I think we need to just accept the fact Amir Khan ain't never what we thought he was. Now, I could tell you right now, there won't be no Manny Pacquiao fight between Amir Khan. We already know Manny Pacquiao ain't even thinking about him. Manny Pacquiao somewhere celebrating, doing whatever he do. Like, yes, another payday. I got another payday. Another $100 million to fight Floyd. So, yeah, Amir Khan, he just be blowing smoke up people's ass. Because, like I said before, if you struggle against the last dude you fought, that Vasquez dude, you got dropped, and then a lot of people thought you lost that fight. What does that tell you? Now, Amir Khan should just, but you know what, y'all? This opened up the gate for the Kell Brook fight. I'm gonna do a solo video about that because he pretty much finna be ass out when it comes to Manny Pacquiao. Because if a Floyd rematch is about to happen, you think Manny Pacquiao thinking about Amir Khan for real? You what? Well, let's run the numbers down. You really think Manny Pacquiao thinking about possibly at best $10 million to fight Amir Khan versus $100 million versus Floyd? Ooh, are you serious? If I was Manny Pacquiao, I would block Amir Khan's like number out my phone if he already haven't. Man, Amir Khan ain't nobody's A side. He ain't nobody's A side against Crawford, Errol Spence. He ain't even an A side versus Sean Porter. I just find that hilarious. Yeah, but real talk, Amir Khan should just get the Kell Brook out the way. Just get the Kell Brook fight, get his ass knocked out, and then move on. Well, here's what's going on with Broner. Should Spence fight Canelo next? Nah, I don't think so. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, The Rock. I think Canelo need to start fighting 160 guys. Canelo then had a shitload of circus fights, bringing dudes up. You know, he already fought Josito Lopez, a dude that had no business fighting at 154, who you could tell was clearly fat and pudgy. He already had a circus fight with Amir Khan. I don't want to. Errol Spence need to focus on 147. Do not put your O at risk for Canelo. I don't like. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I don't like that fight for Errol Spence. I don't think he should take that fight. I'm just being completely honest. I think he shouldn't take that fight. The only way I would take that fight, like I said, if I'm guaranteed, hey, if Canelo and Oscar pay me $15 million, then I'll take that fight. I ain't taking no Canelo fight for no $5 million. Nah, it's gonna be I'm gonna make Oscar cash me out. So therefore, he have to pay me so much money to where they need to sell a certain amount of pay-per-views for them to turn a profit. So no, if I'm Errol Spence, I would not take that fight. Errol Spence need to keep fighting at 147. Yeah, I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this no more. I don't want to see. I'll fuck with Canelo, but then when he pull this shit, I don't want to see this no more. I don't want to see no more circus fights with Canelo. He didn't got away with that shit enough. It's time for he's a belt holder. He got 2 belts. Fight one of those dudes. Fight one of those dudes at 160. But we all know what's gonna happen. Canelo probably gonna fight Jaime Maguire in either January or maybe at best late December. But Canelo got touched up a lot, so I doubt if he'll be ready for another fight by December. So more than likely it would be January. And then it'll set up his next fight in May. Because Canelo did say he want to fight 3 times a year. So basically January, May, and September. We all know Jaime Maguire is inexperienced for Canelo. But Canelo would take that fight, to stay busy and probably set up something big for May. But if Canelo, I'll say this much. If Canelo want to take a fight in between Charlo, that's fine. If he want to take a December, Charlo should get his shot. If he promised Charlo he'll get his shot if he take a tune-up fight, I'll be cool. But what I've been saying is I want to see Canelo fight outside of Las Vegas. Well, like I said, all I can say is if we don't hear nothing by Friday, then something like I said, we should be concerned. When I say we should be concerned, beyond concern, we should be concerned. Well, if Canelo take a third fight with Triple G, that will pretty much be the obvious. Like I said, I think they should move on. I think both of them should move on. Because like I said, Canelo got 2 belts and we expect him to defend that title. So now it ain't nothing we could say or people could complain about contention and all that type of shit. Because Canelo got a belt now. He got 2 of the belts. So he got to defend those belts. But I wouldn't be surprised if Canelo give up one of those belts. It all depends on which one he want to keep. Because if they mandatory him to fight Charlo and he give up one of those belts, then Charlo could fight somebody. But I wouldn't be surprised if Canelo give up one of those straps. That could happen. I would hope not. Everybody keep talking about that mysterious pill that he took. I don't know what the fuck was in that pill. All I can say is I don't think Canelo and Triple G used VADA for this fight. I think they used USADA. I'm not sure. Yeah, he might give up a strap again. You seen how Triple G walked out the fucking ring without doing a post fight interview? Let that have been Charlo or something. They would have raked him across the coals and shit. You would have heard everybody and their mama calling him a sore loser and classless and all that type of shit. But then Triple G walk out of there and HBO really didn't get on him like they should have. It don't matter. You should have, whether you thought you won. That's a good question. Well, it come down to just plain simple talk, plain simple talk. Like I said, they want to keep this demographic going. Like, you only get called a coward if you a black fighter. If you don't fight everybody who they tell you to fight, then all of a sudden you a coward, per media and certain people, and certain demographics. But then if you a brother and you trying to fight these non-black fighters with straps and shit, then all of a sudden, oh, you got to wait your turn, and who have you fought and all that type of shit, because you really only hear that with the brothers. Because I to this day, I'm still asking people who have Triple G fought, up to Daniel Jacobs and Dan Canelo, because David Lemieux is a fucking joke. He's, you know what I'm saying? The dude always comes into fights, rehydrates damn near 200 pounds and shit, and people continue to give him a pass for that. But then everybody say, well, Daniel Jacobs came in bigger than Triple G and he tried to weight bully Triple G. But David Lemieux is damn near 190 pounds fight night and shit. Would somebody need to start asking questions to David Lemieux? How do you blow up so much overnight? Rehydrate damn near 25 pounds of shit overnight, or shit. Which logically that seems absurd. But that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I know. He beat the light punching, devastating, you know what I'm saying, fearful Willie Monroe Jr. Do I think Canelo could beat Saunders? Shit, I need to see. Well, here's the thing. Let me see what Saunders do against Demetrius Andre, and then I have that assessment. One thing about Canelo, he a good fighter, but I just think to a certain degree, it's gonna get tough for him because a lot of these dudes are taller and they real skillful. Not saying Canelo ain't a good boxer, but if you look at the fight, Canelo was missing wide with some of those punches that he was throwing towards Triple G. Canelo got a solid inside game he could crack, but man, Canelo could get to a point that sometimes where you could see his punches coming. Canelo is a good combination puncher, but let's face the fact, Canelo don't got blistering hand speed. Daniel Jacobs do. Charlo got good solid speed and he got power. All those dudes are bigger than Canelo. So that's why I think to a certain degree it's going to be a little tough for him, because Canelo at best is like 5'8", 5'9". You know, you got Daniel Jacobs that's like 6 feet, 6'1". You got Demetrius Andre that's 6'1". You know, you got Billy Joe Saunders that's like 5'10", 5'11". So, I mean, it's going to get, like, bad. You know, it's going to get bad. But that's true. I mean, he looked sensational against David Lemieux. That fight told me right then and there, when I saw how Billy Joe Saunders looked against David Lemieux, that showed me right then and there that that Triple G's victory over David Lemieux that they made look like was the greatest thing we ever saw wasn't shit. David Lemieux will always struggle against dudes that can box. And I've been saying, and now keep in mind, David Lemieux said he would be interested in a Triple G rematch, but he said he don't want no parts of Daniel Jacobs, which Daniel Jacobs got a fight ahead of him. You know, Derby and Chaco is going to be a real tough fight for Daniel Jacobs. Real tough. It's so tough to where I'm not even going to guarantee that Daniel Jacobs win that fight. It's going to be a real tough fight for him. But if he can prevail, at least look somewhat impressive in that fight, who knows? But Daniel Jacobs have not looked good in his last couple of fights post Triple G. He looked mediocre in his last fight. He looked way better when he was fighting on the PBC. I mean, he's still an Al Heyman fighter, but man, he just haven't looked good in his last two fights. And then not to mention Daniel Jacobs' last fight, which was in his hometown, did terrible numbers. They said Daniel Jacobs didn't even draw 10,000 people at his last fight in Brooklyn at the Barclays Center. They said it was like 8,000 people there. And that's not a good look. That's your hometown. You supposed to at best at least have 13,000 people there. Yeah, that's what I heard. $8,000 people in your own hometown for an arena that hold 19,000 for basketball. You know, enough said. Do I think? Well, we'll see. We'll see very shortly. We about to find out. Wow. Yeah, in most cases. Well, that's what they all say. We don't bring in no money, but then some of the most economical, successful fights been due to black fighters participating in them. So I don't know how that could be. And then a lot of times black fighters do better TV numbers than non-black fighters. So I'm trying to figure out how is it that nobody don't want to see us fight, or we don't bring no money to the table. So I'm waiting for somebody to answer that question. But then you would get these idiots that are trying to tell me, oh, well, why am I bringing race into it? Because it is about race. Abel Sanchez just said today. He just said today, and I want to bring that up. Abel Sanchez said today in regards to Canelo beating Triple G. He said, well, at least a Mexican fighter won, so I'm not that sad about it. Now, if a black fighter had said, oh man, at least another brother had won, then you would have had all these people coming on here crying, talking about people be race baiting. You would have seen dozens of videos saying, oh, so-and-so shouldn't say they wanted a black fighter to win. These motherfuckers disappear when guys like Abel Sanchez say that shit. Just like last week when the Benavides brothers was on Dante's Boxing Nation, and they asked them who would win out of Mikey Garcia and Errol Spence. Both of them said, well, I'm going for I'm going for Mikey Garcia because he's Mexican. And he got Mexican blood in him. Now, if a black fighter say, well, let's just say Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather happened. Hey, what's up? Let's just say Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather happened. And they ask Another box. Oh, I'm going for Floyd Mayweather because he black. Then here come everybody named mama. Oh, you can't say nothing like that. Why you saying something like that? So why, like I keep saying, this is the problem I have with boxing, where in life in general, black people can't never big up their own people. But then if you Mexican, you can big up a Mexican. You Filipino, you can big up a Filipino, whatever the case may be. But if you a black dude that support other black, then here these motherfuckers come talking that race bait and shit. And that's how I know that shit is fake. Abel Sanchez told Dante, well, at least a Mexican fighter won. Hey, yeah. Well, at least a Mexican fighter won. But if we say some shit like, that's why I keep telling you, I'm gonna start saying that shit. Let them ask me in a fight, if somebody interview me, who you going for? I'm gonna say I want the black dude to win. I don't care who he is. It could be. I'm gonna start saying that shit, and we also start saying that shit. Why the fuck we got to backtrack, and why we got to watch what we say? Abel Sanchez said that out his own fucking mouth. Oh, well, at least a Mexican fighter won. I'm very proud that a Mexican fighter won. But like I said before, well, we should be able to say, well, at least a black fighter won. I'm going to start saying that shit. Of course. Of course, Joe. Of course that's next for Triple G. He, like I said, he gonna knock that dude out and they gonna say he back. And it's Triple G probably at Starbucks coffee right now as we speak, looking for his next opponent to get him back in contention. So we already seen this. We already seen this drill with Triple G in this routine. That's what the fuck he gonna do. Real talk. We know that dude is gonna find some warehouse worker or truck driver to fight. You know, and the funny part about it, he probably ain't even gonna be a 160 pounder. He gonna be probably another 154 dude. Triple G should be happy that he lost to a certain degree, because now people don't expect nothing of him. That weight has been lifted from his shoulder. So now he don't have to. And like I said, Triple G so full of shit talking about Mexican style. How the fuck you fight Mexican style and shit, and you doubling back and going backwards and shit and getting walked down by a smaller dude? But you fight Mexican style. And boy, did you see a lack of Triple G's inability to fight backwards. Because I'm going to tell you right now, had Canelo got Triple G up against the ropes, it could have been night for him. That's why Triple G kept deciding to reset and come forward, because he knew if Canelo got him against the ropes, it would have been night for him. And that's what Daniel Jacobs, that's the mistake that he made with Triple G. Like I said, I don't want to hear that Mexican style shit out of Triple G's mouth ever again, dude. You wasn't fucking fighting no Mexican style, man. You was fucking going backwards. You the bigger dude. That's why he lost the damn fight. You had a smaller dude walking you down. Going backwards. And it was points in the fight where Triple G was scared to engage. You fight Mexican style, but then you trying to work the jab. And that's why I was saying why I knew he'd never fight nobody like Chalo. Because Chalo as soon as the bell ring, he gonna go right after. And it was funny, Chalo Neal was at that fight. They was at that fight, and it just goes to show you how petty HBO is. The Chalo brothers are at the fight, but then they don't want to like show them or talk about them on camera. And that just shows you how petty HBO is. How they treat this PBC shit like some gang shit. Yeah, so why did he? Okay, so that's when I'm. Yeah, exactly, Jay. So why the fuck should he have got the nod? You the bigger dude, but you going backwards, and you get backed up. I'm gonna tell you right now, boy, man. I was licking my chops on behalf of Andre Ward. Oh my God, Andre Ward would have dogged Triple G if they would have fought. When I say Andre Ward would have humiliated Triple G if they would have fought, oh my God, man, I wish they would have fought. When I, but I hope everybody, I hope everybody that didn't seen this, did see Triple G see this fight, know that no way in hell Triple G would have beat Andre Ward. And I'm gonna tell you right now. Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now. If Daniel Jacobs gets past Dorian Chanko and he's in solid condition, and Triple G develops the guts to get in the ring, Triple G getting stopped by Daniel Jacobs in a rematch. I promise y'all that Daniel Jacobs will stop Triple G in a rematch. And that's another thing. Nah, they would have found a way to discredit Triple G. I mean, to discredit Ward, and then Ward would have been despised by Triple G fans, which he was anyway, because Triple G fans used to beg Andre Ward not to fight him.